All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the another episode of AAV Beyond the Net, Conversations with Joey and Shan. Today we have a very special guest with us. It might be hard to top this episode after this one being only the second episode, but we'll try. But today we got two very important people with us. One is a pro libero, currently plays in the French League. Three-time winner of the Eric Shoji Award, national champion with Hawaii, and a three-time first-team All-American, Gage Worsley. And we also have a pro setter from the French League, two-time All-American in Hawaii, back-to-back setter of the year, and current MVP of the French League. Two very important people, Joe and Gage Worsley of Out of System, guys. Give a round of applause.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, an intro right there.
Some good accolades right there, man. We were looking at all stuff. We were like, got to get some stuff on there for you. But,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, before we get started, I'm a family guy here. I know you just got engaged, so I just want to say, congrats.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, I got two kids. He's getting married, coming up very soon.
Congrats, guys.
So I know how that is. Are you guys planning yet or anything? Or
that's what everyone asks us. Everyone, the tour is a beast of its own, so everyone's asking us. He's literally in the RV that just drove by, did a drive-by here. And they're actually going and setting up right now as we speak. But, yeah, so we're planning for next summer in August, and we have to do it summer by summer because the season lasts throughout the year.
Yeah.
And then you gotta plan everything.
You guys are always going to do the tour next year too, right? So
that's the plan, man. Until
right after the tour's done, right
until we're like
80.
Yeah, to 80, 90.
You said 80, we'll stop.
No. So it's always what's the word like getting newer and better and
evolving.
It's always evolving. So
yeah.
that takes a lot of effort and energy, and then we have other stuff going on throughout the system here that we're working on. So. But obviously, yes, the wedding is going to be next August.
Yeah, it's stressful. I mean, I get it. I'm telling her every day I'm ready to pull my hair out. Whereas it's coming up in September, it's like just when you think you're done with planning, something else pops up that you have to do. So I can imagine having to do that with everything you guys got going on without a system too at the same time.
It can be a little tricky for sure. And if I'm being honest, I haven't been on it as much as we're just getting our ring resized. Because we're going to Philly tomorrow. Okay. And that's where we got the ring. Well, we got shipped or whatever. So then we got to do that while picking people up from the airport and then make sure everyone's fed. So we're like doing a drive-by there.
So it's multitasking. Love it.
It's a literal circus, So balancing the personal lives and out of system in the summer is like nearly impossible.
Yeah. Well, we're blessed to have you. We really appreciate the time,
guys.
Yeah, of course, guys.
We know they got a lot going on. Yeah. Speaking of, tour's going good so far. You had your first stop in Maryland Wednesday, right?
Yep.
How was that? That went good?
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. I honestly, we were saying it's like one of our most energetic crowds we've been a part of. So a lot of pressure for tonight.
Hey man, we got a good crew up there. I'm excited for you guys to meet everyone, man. John's, we do volleyball very well in Johnstown, man. And like you said, you've never been here, but it's like a small blimp on the map, and you wouldn't think this much volleyball would be going on here. But between adults and kids, it's volleyball town is what I like to call it. So you guys will have fun today.
For sure. I mean, it's the tour. You can also see it seeing these different pockets of volleyball is always really great, and it's always great people. You guys yourselves.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
And everyone in this room here, it's always a good pocket, and it's always good to immerse yourself in it. Really see it for. Really work with the kids or adults and stuff. So it's a really special experience for us.
Yeah, yeah, I'm jealous of you guys because we get to see the growth of volleyball in Johnstown, which is cool and be a part of it. But obviously, you guys can see it across the country. So you guys probably see all kinds of different avenues and just different people and stuff like that.
Personalities, just all of it.
Oh yeah, you meet some creatures. You meet all everything A to Z. You meet everything in between too. So for sure.
So we're your second stop. I know you mentioned Philly. What's your next stop? New Jersey.
Jersey.
So you're getting all East Coast and then
New Jersey,
down south and then to the West Coast then.
Yeah, they're swinging through. As Gage was saying, we have some other stuff. So I'll be here through New Jersey, and then I gotta jump out and start getting some other stuff prepped for our other programs that we have for the summer. So he'll be taking it through till Smashville, which is our big tournament next weekend.
Nice.
We have an intern. We have two interns this summer. Shout out
Tyler,
who's the first half, and the second half, Evan Porter. He's a libero for Stanford. So just two guys that we didn't know Tyler before, but we knew Evan before, and so far Tyler's been amazing and everything, and Evan's gonna do great, and every crew we have has been amazing because, like I said, there's a lot of things to balance. Yeah. So we're making it work, I guess.
Yeah, Ty's been awesome, man. I've been coordinating with him the past couple of days. I was working with the Blanimal.
Of course.
I love Blanimal. I haven't even met him, and I love him already. He was just so good with everything, man. He's start now, so
he's amazing.
A little disappointed we don't get to see him. I said that.
Trust me, that makes two of us. That makes two of us, man.
Every post we had, you were commenting on about the Blanimal. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be sad he won't be there, but. So how long you guys been back? When did you guys get back from overseas? I mean, obviously your season ended up did you guys just get back recently?
I was back earlier than expected.
Yeah.
I won't go into too much detail, but I had appendicitis. That kind of
Oh
like,
man.
by the time it was a chronic appendicitis. So by the time everything got resolved, it was like a month and a half process, 2-month process, really. Long story. I won't go into details, but once it got resolved, pretty much like we were in a really good spot for playoffs. By the time kind of got back, we were like out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we didn't in
Yeah.
Poland because this year I was in Poland actually, and it's like the league there is so gnarly. It's so tight, and you don't like have a lot of wiggle room, and so
Yeah.
that's what made it tough. Like being injured or not injured, but going
Right.
to surgery
On the IR.
On the IR, yeah. So they sliced open my abdominal muscle, so that's not good for
No,
volleyball
not at
players.
all.
I was gonna say
But
it's a painful one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Appendicitis is painful.
Yeah,
I mean, they made him. I mean, I'll say this: there was one match where he shouldn't have been playing, and the club made him play. I mean, that's how gnarly it is. I mean, it's the best league in the
It's
world.
intense. Yeah.
So
So I
it's-
did some research on it. I heard it's like super
Yeah.
intense over there, man. Were you guys like one of the top teams in the league?
yeah. We were in sixth. Like when I went
Wow.
into surgery, we were in sixth. Which, if you're making the playoffs in Poland, you're in a really good spot.
Yeah.
I mean, top to bottom, the league in Poland, it's like all the players you'll watch in VNL the next few months and weeks. It's all those guys who are in our league that we're playing against, and people are always surprised because I think you don't keep up to track or keep up to date on like what's going on there. Like, oh my gosh, I saw a picture you like playing Leon and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's our league. Like, we might all the best players are like in our league.
Yeah.
So every single night we're playing against guys like that, and it's
Yeah.
and then come back and then we play grass volleyball.
Yeah,
so it's like
love that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big grass fan.
Actually, that's what we always ask every guest we
Yep.
have on here. With so rank these, right? Grass, sand, indoor. Which your guys' favorite?
I think we're gonna say same, but well, sand doubles is. I'll say this: any doubles is the worst for me.
See, I love the doubles.
I know Pennsylvania.
That was
This could be a
fun.
hot take by far. In
Yes.
terms, I'll go to battle here. In terms of watchability and in terms of playing, doubles is like just brutal. Because there's no rally, right?
Yeah.
And there's no, and I get like playing it and like obviously watching it, but there's like no rally. It's like you just gotta bomb your serve and hope. And I get that's
Yeah.
also part of the triples game, but there's more rally to it, more fours as well too. That's not the case of doubles, especially grass. Grass is like, and then I remember this is also gonna be a hot take. Maybe I went to AVP about. And we have a lot of friends with AVP.
Yeah.
And I respect the hell. Like, if I go out there, I'm throwing up probably first practice. Like, I give a mad respect. But a lot of time, it's like the rallies are not as much as you would expect, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, the beach has to be a party scene, and it's not that right now.
Yeah.
So, like, unless you go to, like tournaments like Pot Sound or
Pot
something like that,
Sound,
like,
yeah.
like
Shout out
the
Pot
grassroots
Sound.
tournament, unless it's like that. But like with AVP and these other tournaments, it's not like that in terms of that. Exactly. It's in, I don't know. There's that aspect of it. So I rank anything doubles at the bottom by
Yeah.
far down. And then, which I know Pennsylvania is big for doubles grass. But I will say this about beach, and I think we're gonna admit this. The top for us is beach fours.
Okay.
Beach fours in terms of watchability, in terms of playability, in community inclusiveness is the best.
Nice. Love to hear
Because we go and we play in LA and like Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach,
Yeah.
and it's like like AVP guys go out there and girls, it's like the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? And you have people from all different age groups and all different skill levels, and they can go and compete with these people.
Well, it's a certain format there too. It's
Exactly.
called
You want to explain that?
Yeah, it's ABCD format, which is our favorite format to play in. It's funny, like you'll talk to every like high level player loves ABCD format because it's so like he was saying the inclusivity.
Yeah.
But basically, they'll rank out the entire list of people who are coming to play, and you got to have like the A's are like current pros, current college guys. Like
Yeah.
your job is to block and swing every single ball. That's all you really do.
Yeah.
Like literally every ball. No, I'm not like we're not gonna.
And the
every ball
B's,
from start to
B's are
end.
usually like recently retired guys, like can't jump really, but super really solid ball players in their
Yep.
setting. And then your C's are usually your cross court defender in the back, and they're like maybe way older, like retired ex pros or just like good like average level player. And then the
Yeah.
D's are the ones that you can get kind of screwed. They call it baggage.
Okay, yeah.
What are the B players at?
Yeah.
No, I'm telling
No.
Like these are like some of them literally can't
80.
even step. Like,
You think we're joking, but there are 80-year-old guys.
you'll have like Taylor Crabb and like all these guys out there, and they're playing like against guys that like, but the matches are so
Like,
intense and
call it,
super
like,
close.
ER is
It's
right-
hard to like.
right next to the court. Like, it's hard to
Broken
realize this.
hips.
But like the one we were just talking about this yesterday, they have this one tournament. It's called Summer Solstice in Hermosa, and it's a huge format. It's one of like the what do they call it on like the circuit? It's
The
one
big-
of the it's one of the big ones on the summer solstice, and they bring out go-go dancers on platforms on championship courts, open bar. And
That's
it's just
sick.
like you walk out, you're like, how is it competitive? And every game is super tight, super
Yeah.
close.
And like you said, you see like these levels from top to bottom.
Yep.
Because you can hide your D a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're still, you can find them still. So there's like, that's part of the gamesmanship. And it's like the best rallies, the best skill, the best, like I said, it's the best of everything. And then what was the third one?
Indoor.
Indoor.
Indoor and grass, right?
Yeah.
So we play indoor for our living. So
We play indoor I really enjoy indoor. Indoor and
Yeah.
grass for me, I hit during grass, so it's nice. And there's
Yeah.
more creativity for me. Like if I played indoor outside, I would say there's a lot of creativity for me. I don't know.
on the
Exactly.
joints, I always just tell people whatever I'm playing. I love I
You
love
just
short.
love
I just
volleyball.
like
That's
short
tough,
court.
that's tough
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah,
yeah,
so whatever the
I love
season
short.
is, you know, is
Yeah.
I mean, I'll agree with him though. Doubles is the one nowadays. I'm like, especially
Yeah.
with the body and the joints.
That surprised me. I figured you guys would be big doubles guys, man.
I mean,
We grew up playing doubles.
Yeah.
beach,
Yeah.
but
That was-
we yeah. I mean, we just don't. I haven't played doubles in so long.
Yeah.
beach is much more unforgiving on doubles too when you need to lay out
Yeah.
than like
Yeah.
grass would be.
Yeah.
I like the
Grass
sand.
hurts.
Yeah. No, I mean, we just don't
Yeah.
play doubles. Is the one we really don't play at all anymore. But I mean, for us, like we just love everything with volleyball. And I was just saying, like, it's more so on the body, like health wise.
Yeah.
And people are like, you're only 28, but I'm like, dude, I've been playing since I was 7.
I
And like,
was gonna say, yeah.
and they track my jumping. I'm like, I'm jumping every single time, minimum 200 times a day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's like the amount of like impact and force I put on my
Yeah.
body.
Your
I
knees alone, man.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
It's like
absolutely.
the same as like I'll have like rec players come up and like you can't talk about like your body or age. I'm like, I've been playing for so
Yeah.
long. I've been playing like almost like 5 times the amount.
Yeah. Hey, what is
So-
that? 21 years, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
That's
any
a long
like player
time.
playing at our level. Like they play
Yeah.
so much.
You
You
gotta
gotta
start
be
when you're
mindful.
young like that, so.
That's why we like the beach fours.
Yeah.
You can sit there and set.
Or
Yeah.
you also just play libero, man. No impact.
Yeah.
Very low impact.
Yeah.
Smart man,
Yeah.
longevity.
Investment.
Speaking of like, you know, you started when you were 7, like, you know,
Mhm.
take a minute, talk about your volleyball careers,
Yeah,
you know,
like your
ups,
introduction,
downs,
you guys
know,
got into
you
it.
know, your
Yeah,
favorite.
Roger was a big part of that, so.
Roger,
We
man.
were just talking about him for like an hour in the game.
Yeah.
The intensity.
People are always. He just got hired. Shout out Roger. He just got hired head coach U.S. Deaf National Team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've
You
seen
bring
that,
it
man.
up? Okay.
Yeah, I love that. That was awesome because we were looking at a couple of his stats and stuff. We seen
Yeah.
our biggest one that stuck out to us was he coached 4 years at Albany High School with a record of 51-0 over 4 years.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah,
In,
wow.
in,
Never was beaten
in the
over
league,
there.
yeah.
That's
In the league, they just never lost.
That's
Never.
nuts,
That's
man.
insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's you can start off.
I mean, it's the Worsley household is a very trial by combat, like fire. It's like fire sharpens iron. Like that, did I say that correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
Like it's very very intense.
Yep.
We were raised in a very strict household, which if you see how at least I came out, you'd be kind of shocked by a little bit. But
You're the personality. That's
I would
what-
say the person. I mean, there's definitely personality in the Worsley family, but in terms of in your face personality, I
Yeah.
guess that would be
A lot of
specialty.
characters. A
Yeah.
lot of characters in the house.
Yeah.
In the
And
family.
there's just us. There's just us too, and
No siblings, just you two.
yeah. But like throughout the Worsley family. But yes, and it was just always very very intense. And our dad was a coach from the youngest age, but he didn't. He was a coach at RIT, Rochester Institute of Technology. So we were kind of raised in Rochester area, born in Fulton, Missouri,
Okay.
for about a year or two, and then
Wow.
we moved to Hawaii for about a year and a half or so, 2 years, where my dad was an assistant coach there for University of Hawaii. But then my mom needed a change, so my mom was a head athletic trainer for Rochester RIT, and then my dad was a head coach. So it worked out perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great for both of them.
Absolutely.
We were raised in a great place, and so we were raised in a gym all our lives. My
Yeah.
dad still, we played football, we played soccer, we played basketball, we played everything. We literally played everything. And
Cross.
lacrosse, exactly. So we did everything, and our parents put us in every single sport. And there was never a time when they pushed us to one sport, even though my dad was volleyball.
Mhm.
But we were just all around it, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, you know. And obviously that can be dangerous when you have like kids like that young, like
Yeah.
going to one sport, get burnt out or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's never happened to us, honestly. And I think that's also because they let it come naturally to us, even though from a young age, I think we fully committed to volleyball, which is still pretty young. Maybe I guess maybe we should have done other sports until a little older, but I think we were like 8. Like we were like 8 and 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
We fully committed to volleyball. And then about 2 years later, we realized that, okay, like things are moving fast. My mom got a job opportunity in California. And we knew that California had the best boys volleyball.
Yeah.
So we moved out there. and we moved out to Northern California, the Bay Area. So when we were like 10 and 11, and then eventually about 2 years later, our dad, Roger, started Pacific Rim, and that started kind of we had a pretty good run in club. We had some unreal players on our team, still to this day that are internationally recognized as well too. And he went to Hawaii. I was about to go to UCLA. He pulled me aside, kind of knocked me upside the head. Then I went to Hawaii, and the rest is history, really.
Yeah. How was that playing in Hawaii, together at that level?
Good.
I mean, that's a sick experience.
How was it playing together? Because we were talking about that. I'm like, I don't know if I could have played with my brother on any sport team. I would have choked him out. You know what I mean? Like,
that happened.
Yeah.
We got fist fights. Like after
I
games.
bet, yeah.
Yeah. Like even in college, like we would like show up to like serve and pass with like red or something and bruises, and we'd beat the crap out of each other. I messed up one time, and my brother is known as Joe the Instigator, and maybe he knew what I needed at the time. And I remember I think it was like
Just
Long
him.
Beach. Yeah, just to me. He was captain. Everyone's like Joe's like top dog captain. Everyone's got to make sure of that, right?
Gage, I have a different method than other people.
Yeah, for sure. We're very different. We're both still very intense. But I remember it was Long Beach. I go and I remember I missed my serve on match point for us, and they were unbeaten. They end up coming back and then beating us. And the next night, senior night, because in Hawaii, you play back-to-back matches. And this is unbeaten Long Beach, my freshman year, his junior year. He's like, I'm in his apartment afterwards because I like to sleep because he has a couple teammates in it. I was in my freshman dorms, and I like to sleep in the apartments like the night before the game's a tradition.
Yeah.
Come home, it's like, way to screw up tonight, Gage. Or like, way to mess up or something like that.
I did not say screw up.
I'm like, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then we just start battling each other, So we start going at it. My brother's a great captain. I don't want to just throw him under the bus here. This is just one very small,
It's a brotherly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the reason why. He's like a huge reason why Hawaii is what it is today.
Yeah.
So like he helped turn the program around and whatnot. So he was part of that group that did that. And then so then we would, and even when we were kids, there's still battles and stuff, and there still is today. But we learned, we know our strengths and differences, and we're hard on each other. But we push each other, and we know that.
I think it helps too. Like we talk about having your dad like just involved. Like it would be so cool. Like because I've been playing volleyball probably since I was maybe like 15, so not as long as you guys, but it would have been so cool to have like a parent just to like help and guide and just like train you, or just like I bet that helped a lot in your guys' lives to be able to have that. Like you look up to him like he's your mentor, you know what I mean? And he did it for his whole life. So
Yeah. Also, our mom. I think a lot of people forget about. She's an athletic trainer.
Yep.
Like grew up like weightlifting as well. Like led programs with that. That was honestly just as important for us because our dad would crush us. Like so she
didn't recover the body, he just destroyed it.
A lot of people nobody has like we at our table or at our house. My mom always had like massage table and stuff like that for like. I mean, there's nobody really who grows up with the whole kind of setup like that.
Yeah.
And so our dad, like in middle school, this would move to New York by this point. I remember we would always have beach training every single day because we had beach courts in the back of our school. And he's like, all right, when the bell rings, you got 5 minutes on court. And we went straight in always like cone drills and like cardio. And then we had like technical training and stuff. There's just every single day we had this. But he was like he dedicated when we were growing up, he dedicated always those afternoons, evenings to just training with us. So yeah, it was intense house. A lot of people when they hear this, like it's not a huge thing, but we live on the biggest possible hill you can imagine. Like this hill is like huge hill at the top of it.
Up and down.
And we had to ride our bikes to school every single day. And so going home was like that alone was a workout for us.
Yeah.
Like
to get to the hill you're there, and you're like that's a trek in its own. And then you're like second way, and then you gotta
So the easy part's getting there,
Yeah.
Then you make it to the hill, and that's the hard part. Is that was that California or?
California.
Yeah. Okay.
They still live at the house. Yeah, the same house, but we have driver's license now.
Yeah, much better.
So you guys, like most of your childhood was out in California. You guys played high school and stuff.
Yeah. Since 10, 11, we were in California.
Yeah, it's definitely a different scene than out east. I mean, I look at volleyball East Coast to West Coast, and it's like completely different. So
they just have access, all about access. But now, I mean, with the grass volleyball scene in the East Coast, it's changing. It
really is
getting bigger.
With the first episode we did this, we had our buddies. They run the Pittsburgh Grass Open. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but Ned and Bobby Weber. they said when they started it, it was like what 2016.
Yeah, 20 to
There was,
30
like,
people.
No grass volleyball around. Like, they were
Yeah.
like one of the first people, which is crazy because that's only 10 years ago. So it's
Yeah.
like really in the last 10 years that grass volleyball scene in PA just kind of blew
What are
up.
they at now?
Like 1,000 people
Yeah,
signed
they're
up.
over 1,000. They're giving away 10 grand in
Wow.
cash prizes. It's like kind of
There you
Pottstown.
go.
It's obviously they modeled their thing off of Ken and them out of Pottstown, so it's kind of like a Pittsburgh's own Pottstown. Not as big, but it's definitely going to be there over the next couple of years. So
Awesome.
yeah, you guys might have to take a shot and playing it one of these years.
When
some
some
money.
weekend is it?
It's always the last weekend in July.
Yeah, I believe it's like
yeah.
the 28th
It's always
of
killer.
July.
Yes.
I know,
Six,
it's
man.
Yeah,
right
I
in
know.
the middle
I'm
of it.
so
No
jealous of
chance.
that, dude.
There's
Sick,
no
dude. That
chance
looks
we
like
miss
the most
that.
fun tournament that you could ever play in, man. I see a lot of the clips. That looks awesome out there, man. 6-man. Yeah, they
That's
do
a
like a
jungle.
6-man volleyball tournament out in California every year. It's just like a big party. It looks like.
I mean,
man.
and honestly, I would say I don't even do it like in terms of the content wise. We could do a better job of actually showing the party around it.
Yeah.
Because we just mainly focus on the volleyball and the kind of art team. But I'm telling you that it's a jungle.
And aren't you
It's
guys, like-
insane?
So is
Like
that
the
6-man
last-
sixes? Or
Six,
sand?
six,
Sand,
each.
six,
Yeah,
Sand.
yeah.
Nice.
They're like
it's
so
insane.
much fun.
I think you
Each
guys are
team
like
is
the
a-
6-time champs or something like
We're 4 going on 5 this
that.
year.
Going on
Yeah,
5.
they're one of the
Nice.
best
But,
players.
but it's funny, like people don't realize the scale. I heard some statistics. I think last year they had like 60 to 70,000 people on site
Damn.
for the event. But it's every team. Like people are like, oh, it's just you sign up with 6. No, you sign up with like 30 people, 40 people.
Yeah.
And
Really?
every single house on the beach is like, the first few ones. They're all like team houses.
Yeah.
All the bars, everything. It's just volleyball. Anybody in volleyball that you can think of is there. And then you have like everybody who's in volleyball. So Vince Vaughn is somebody that you've seen there recently. He's like coaching one of the teams.
Really?
Kershaw
Like
was
Richard
there.
Jefferson, like Wemby walked by last year at one point.
No way.
Matt Stafford,
Awesome.
Paul, like was there. You see a bunch of
LA,
like
man.
NBA
Yeah.
Lakers guys.
Yeah.
Our team, we have a couple of the Lakers guys that have pulled up in years past. Our team always has like the first house right on the pier there.
Nice.
And it's just like it's.
It's
But it's
madness.
The event
Madness.
is a really really cool event. In the volley, like people are like, oh, it's just like a party, but the volleyball is solid.
The
You gotta be
volleyball, like
good, too.
it's
It's
Yeah,
just
it's-
a beautiful
yeah,
atmosphere.
it's
It's the best of both
Yeah, I
worlds.
mean, I've seen some highlights you guys playing. It's like there's just so many people around the court where you guys
It's
are playing
crazy.
all in the
Awesome.
same
Yeah.
uniform and stuff. It just looks awesome, man. I
Yeah.
get jealous every time I see something.
Yeah.
better than doubles. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some more energy than that. Yeah, I bet.
Before we move on, I want to touch on Hawaii real quick. What made you guys decide Hawaii? Obviously, you went there first, so like, was there any other options on the plate for you? What made you want to go there? And then was your decision based off your brother being there, or like?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. With mine, I know. Joe, you want to talk about your decision why?
Yeah, I took what visits? How many visits? Ohio State, UCLA, and Hawaii were the visits that I went on. And really, like, legitimately, Hawaii was the only one that really wanted me to be a setter. Like, actually seemed like they would give me the shot. Kind of like other coaches had mentioned, like maybe they, would consider it. But I also know how recruiting spiels goes. Like, they just
Yeah.
want to get you in the door.
Yeah.
And then, and unless they're kind of putting it in writing there. So for me, like Hawaii was the only really one that was willing to give me a shot. I was pretty sold on UCLA. Like this is a fit for me growing up,
Yeah.
but things didn't kind of fall in line with what probably was the best situation for me. And so,
They wanted him as libero.
yeah, I don't like
What'd you
libero.
play in high school?
I set my whole life.
Okay, so
I've
you've
only
always been
set.
center.
Yeah.
Same with you've always been a libero, Gage.
I hit and play libero.
A little bit of both.
But
Yeah.
mainly by the. I mean, I always knew as a libero. I just kind of hit out of necessity to hit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And so, yeah, by the time like it was literally like kind of like everything flipped within a few day period. Like I was like pretty like for a few years thought UCLA, and then all of a sudden like things started kind of the recruiting process, things changed quick
Yeah.
in that period. So it's coming. So went to Hawaii and decided to go to Hawaii. And at that time, Hawaii's like was not what it is now, where it's like
Yeah.
every single year in the
Oh,
Final
yeah.
Four national championship. And so it wasn't like what signing up for what you guys are seeing like today. And so
Yep.
you really had like an awesome group that came in that year, and had a few classes there that we started kind of shifting things around. Just culture wise, I think was the most important part. That's something we talk about. Like I talk about with Mike a lot from our team, from our out of system team. Like
Yeah.
just how much like the culture of organizations wins championships. And it sustains like high level performance. And we talk about that like overseas a lot. We talk about that just across every form, like professional organization or anything that requires like some sort of culture to be established. And we realized at Hawaii that, as Gage was mentioning before, like by the time he got there, things were completely changed, and like what the expectations were, what the standards were, everything was something that I think we are always really proud of, because that's kind of like something we've always taken at every organization. I feel like we've been a part of, because that's what we grew up in with our dad. Like when we traveled with our club team, like growing up, people don't understand. It's like we had full scouting reports. It's like study sessions. There's no like screwing around at all.
Yep.
So it's a professionally ran team. We're 14 years old until 18s, and there was no like if you're on that team, if you're signing up to play for that team, you know, the team ended up winning at juniors, you know, a few national championships, and it's like the expectations were always that, and from all parts of the organization, there was no wiggle room there. So that's something we've grew up on. I think we've taken everywhere we've gone and understand how important that is. And we like to have fun, have a good time, but also understand that that's super vital part about everywhere we go.
Oh, for sure, man. I think it's probably cool too. Like looking now, even their most recent championship, you know, a couple of days ago, it's like it's cool that you kind of jump started that there, and they were able to carry the tradition on and keep it alive up there.
Yeah, it's not like Gage brought it. It's like everything that's going on now. Like they're doing that themselves and continue. I think, like he said, you have to establish with an organization, with Charlie there and all the coaching staff, they have to kind of buy in, understand what that takes. So nowadays it's like, like it's, I'm just speaking from like my time there. I think there's definitely was a difference for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, obviously you got to play in the national championship your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Brutal.
you ended up winning one your senior year, right? So.
Yeah, but I will say this: winning one does not make up for losing one.
Yeah.
Losing one was probably the most top two, maybe one, soul-crushing moments of my life.
It's a big stage, and I can imagine. We talked. I was like, I wonder how it feels just to even play in like a national championship, just like being in that atmosphere.
It's big, but I don't want to sound pretentious here. But when you're in, take a place like Hawaii, when you're in a place like that, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's big. This game's bigger. But we were playing in front of 10,300 fans like almost every night, you know, for a couple of years. So you're like, okay. And once you're in it, it's like watching a game, right? It's like you're way more nervous watching a game than you are when you're actually in the game.
Yeah, once it starts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, let's say I'm a fan. You're like, oh, my God, it's like 17-14. Like, a fan's like, oh, my God. But you're in the game, you're like, all right, 17-14, okay. We just got to, you know, you realize that there's a difference. You got to catch up and stuff.
Yep.
Different mentality.
Exactly. But, yeah, it's big. But then once you start the game, it's like the game.
I think when you play in so many big games, too, you know, as soon as the ball, a couple plays go by, all of the nerves just disappear.
They fade. They
Like,
fade quick.
everything's just, it's with anything in life. It's like, you feel this like when you're getting ready to go out, like with your friends, you know, the anticipation is the best part of everything. You know, everything like the hype and the lead up and that's always of anything in life, I think, you know. And then once things happen, things like ease out.
So, yeah, I mean, it's all about that.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk to you guys about a little bit before we get into out of system, obviously. Playing overseas, you know, like what got you guys into that? You know, what made you decide to go overseas and play, not just stay here and do some, you know, VLA stuff or anything along those lines? What, you know, did Dad help you out with that stuff, push you into it, or were you just like, I want to go over and, you know,
more opportunity there, you know, or?
I mean, we knew we wanted volleyball always to be. I mean, we knew we were gonna do that from decently young, because we did before we even knew what it was really, before we knew what it was about. But we just knew, hey, we're gonna be professional. Like obviously, like a lot of high schoolers say that, and then they go into college, and then stuff doesn't pan out for them, or they burn out, or even if they have a good season, like take Dylan Klein for example, just says this is not for me, and it's done. But for us, I speak for myself. It's just something I was always lucky to play up. So you know, I had guys going through it before I had to. Yeah. But even before they did, I just, you know, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, and I don't even know what I was talking about, but I knew I was gonna do it. And then we just love volleyball so much, and we realized that we're lucky to be on good teams, and so opportunities came our way. And we knew we wanted to make it into something full time, and we wanted to keep pursuing and pushing, and because that's the best way to do it.
So you played in Bulgaria, right? And then Germany.
Bulgaria. 3 years in Germany.
Now you're in France.
Now I'm in France.
And you played in Germany, and then you ended up going to France.
Mm-hmm.
What was your guys' favorite club you played for? You think France?
Favorite club?
In terms of
overseas, like where Bulgaria, Germany, or France for you?
I'll tell you the worst club is Bulgaria. That's for sure. I'll tell you that. That was terrible. That place sucks.
Yeah.
You know? Sorry to anyone Bulgarian or listening as Bulgarian. I love the food there. That's why I probably gained like 25
Yeah.
pounds there, but that place, oof, terrible.
Tough to live.
Very, extremely. It's a very also different culture, so that was not so easy at times. And then in terms of home for me, Lüneburg, in my German club, played there for about 3 years. I could have retired there, honestly.
Yeah.
And just like kept playing until
They burn out.
yeah, exactly. Work being one of those amazing teams, but they have an amazing, as Joe said, like the organization itself is amazing. The fans are world class. The stadium is world class. It starts with like top 2, top 3 places to play in the world.
Yep.
Easy. And just we always had a good team, an amazing group of guys, always having with Americans, so it made our lives easier.
That does.
Everyone in Germany spoke English. The food in Germany, I loved.
I could imagine, man.
Yeah, it was good. We just big slap of meat. You know?
Oh,
That's what I'm talking
yeah.
about, right?
Yeah.
And I live in France now, and I don't get me wrong. I love those French bakeries. Don't get me wrong on
No.
that. But like big meat guy, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They're like,
yeah.
we do, you know, like a baguette after they give me them 1, 2 slices of pizza. Too much. And I'm like, dude, give me a freaking steak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like so. There's that difference.
Turkey legs.
Bratwurst, man.
Right.
Germany
Oh.
bratwurst probably hits
Dude,
different.
listen
I
to
love
this, bro.
bratwurst, man. It's like one of my favorite foods.
They call me Gage the Gobbler for a reason. I'll just say that. One time, I'll tell you 2 stories really quick. Dude, I would go after games. I'd be like, bro, I don't feel like cooking anything. I would just take like a pack of 10 and throw them on there. And
Nice.
that'd be my dinner after
Yeah.
games. And then one time, I was in Christmas. This is a couple of years back in Dresden, Germany. And so, all right, I'm going to recap this story as fast as I can. We go, it's me, my now fiance, Xander, who's my teammate, and
Canadian
national team opposite, and his girlfriend Rika, who we're also friends with, and my fiance and her played together as well too. We were all going to Rika's house in Dresden because obviously Christmas you get 2 or 3 days off or something like that, so you got to make something quick.
Yeah.
It was right there. They had a home in Dresden, and their family's amazing. The mom and dad don't speak any English. This is the first time my friend's going to meet them. I probably shouldn't have named it, but it's okay. So he goes, and there's another guy in the equation, the sister of the German girl we played with. We're great friends with. Both of us played with Lucas. He's there. He's like, come on, Xander, come and drink. So they get after it the first night a little bit. And Lucas had to tell the parents, and Rick had to tell the parents, hey, like these guys eat a lot, so make a lot of food.
Yeah.
Xander had a little bit of bender that night, and he's like throwing up.
Oh,
and
no.
the next day he's like, I can't eat anything.
So they had all this food.
And they had all this food, and then everybody turns to me. And then Lucas, literally, I'm not kidding, Lucas had to pull me aside. Because Jenna's like, Gage, you always have these people challenge you to these food eating contests. You can't do that. You can't keep doing that. So then when that would happen, Lucas like, Gage, you have to eat all this food. And I'm like, what? And then Lucas was talking to Jenna, and Jenna's like pulls me aside. She's like, Gage, you're gonna have to eat all this food.
She doubled
And I'm
down.
like, all right. So, but we went to a Christmas market that morning, and I downed a meter brat, I downed
Oh,
a
no.
pulled pork sandwich, and then I pounded one other like Hungarian food thing.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, okay, this is what we got. All right, this is what we got to do. She's like, they have like 25 brats back there, and like cake and this, and they're bringing the grandma in at the same time, and the grandma's like right next to me too. She doesn't speak like English either. So I said, okay, this was gonna happen. Just do not let there be a break. You have to keep
it coming.
Keep it coming. Like if there's a break, it's very, very hard. So I'm like, just keep ketchup, mustard, water, and whatever here, and I'll just keep it coming.
Hot dog eating contest.
And I go, and then I boom, 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 boom. By the end of it, on top of the stuff I ate 17 of them.
Oh,
17
my
brats.
God.
17 brats.
Oh my
So I ate 17 brats, and then I was like, and then the grandma's like, because she's like this low to the table, so she's like looking at me like.
She's eye level with
She's
the
like,
plate.
das ist unglaublich. She's like, oh, dude, literally, like, said they had like uncle there and everything. They're like, oh my god.
Is he gonna be okay?
So I was like I was so dead. And a year passes later, and Rika's family comes to one of our games. Like this German family comes to one of our games because of Xander, the opposite, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, halfway through the game, I'm like, that's the bread guy, that's the sausage guy. Like this.
17
So
brats.
and then apparently throughout Dresden around that city, they're like, there's this guy
You're a
who
legend,
came
man.
in and ate, like said,
The Dresden legend.
yeah, that was. And so then they're like, that's why I'm Gage the Gobbler. I
That's
guess.
funny.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
that at
Coin.
home too because we just had brats the other night and I ate 2 and I felt full. So I can't imagine that.
Yeah,
17 brats.
Dude, it was not easy.
Sounds like he didn't have a choice though. So
Yeah.
Hey,
not up or
you
shut
know,
up.
I just
The reputation's on the line.
reputations on the line. They're like, you're the
Yeah.
big eater here, Gage.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
And
funny.
I was like the smallest guy on the team too, but you know, you gotta make it work.
That's funny. So what about you, Joe?
I really
Germany or
rankings.
France?
So I played now 1 season Poland most recently. Like this
Okay.
year I was in Poland also, and it's hard. Like Gage, I had 2 different clubs in Germany.
Yeah.
You're talking about just club experience.
Yeah,
Location?
I'd say we were interested about living experience and club location. You know what I mean? Like what team did you play playing
Yeah.
best for the most? But like obviously too, like it's different than the USA, I imagine, living wise.
Yeah,
so,
it's so different.
Like I can't even imagine.
I enjoyed every place I'd gone for different reasons, for sure. But overall experience, my first experience in Germany with Friedrichshafen, I lived on the Swiss border.
Okay.
It was Swiss. It was the lake had the Swiss, Austrian, and German border all connected. So I could like at the base of the Swiss Alps, like unbelievably beautiful city, small town. Club was like historically one of the top clubs in Germany, and was always in was always in Champions League every year, and they were like super professional. Always took care of us really well. And all the thing for me though was just the network outside of volleyball. I haven't had that anywhere else I've gone. Like everywhere else, it's just been volleyball like team. But there was like this family and restaurant that I would go to. This Greek family that like every single holiday I was over there. Like they were. It was just the most unreal experience that I had outside of volleyball.
Very welcoming.
Yeah, and it's my first experience
Yeah.
overseas too, so that made it so much easier. So that stands out to me in terms of like overall experience. When you talk about volleyball alone, I mean, I've had an amazing experience everywhere.
That's good.
Poland right now is like level wise, it's like just
Jimmy Crow.
above all, like for sure. But I love the French league, just the style of it.
Yeah.
It's like you have a lot of like South American, Argentinian, French, like they're just gamers.
Mofos.
And they just like they have like bravado and they love to stare down. So it's just a fun every single night. It's a
competition.
fight.
Yeah,
I love
sick.
it.
Yeah.
I'm super competitive, so I love that type
So
of
the French,
atmosphere.
if you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, the French league's fun
Yeah,
to watch
yeah, I love
because
that.
guys just and they're doing because they know how to get guys going, so they'll just stare down. So it's just funny. Like it's a fun league to play in.
Okay, man.
But yeah, it's hard for me to pick though. I've really enjoyed like
Yeah.
everywhere I've gone.
You just seem like you're a guy that just loves volleyball, man. That's just it
Yeah,
at the end of the day. Put a
I-
volleyball and
I-
you're good.
Definitely like I'm always watching like every single game. I have
Yeah.
like all the games on TV watching.
That's why I told him I want to start watching like some of your guys' games and stuff.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah,
league just
where can they watch it?
So
Volumetrics?
Poland's live, and you can watch replay VBTV, which now
VBTV.
does all like they have the rights to.
Subscription.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. Because obviously we can watch like VLA and stuff around here. We got
Yeah.
some guys that playing in a couple of the pro female leagues, but like
Yeah.
that's more competitive out there, and we like to get
Yeah.
some eyes on that for sure.
It's crazy out there. And then also like for just regular like his leagues and stuff, they have their own streaming sites and everything. But
Also, I want to say, give a shout. Where I live in France now, and I'm going back to, is like on the south. So it's like right on the beach. I'm like,
Yeah.
like the Spanish border's here, Barcelona's here, and I'm like right here. And amazing. Like in terms of like quality of life, unbelievable.
We're getting,
Nice.
a,
The weather's
we're
unbelievable.
getting a
too.
call from Atlanta right now. You think I
Oh
should answer
my
that?
God!
Yeah,
You
you
should
have
have
to. What's up, Blake? We're live on air right now, man.
Blanimal? Blake, are you outside? Are you coming? You here?
I'm knocking on the door.
Yes,
I'll
Blake.
let you guys be. I was just Lizzie was asking where to park, and I knew that you guys weren't over there yet, so I was gonna ask if it's by the Union or if there's a gym.
It's your drive-through. Just park on the courts. You're fine.
Tell her to go to the Sports and Wellness Center. It's at the very end of the road on the left-hand side.
Sports and Wellness Center on
Yep.
the end of the road on the left-hand side. Okay, sounds good. Enjoy the interview.
All right,
Cheers.
thanks, Blake. See you, buddy.
He's Blanimal.
That's actually a good point for us to. You want to? All right, guys. So, reason we brought you guys here, obviously, out of system, right? Let's talk a little bit about out of system. How did it come about? I know you guys started it in 2020. It started as like a podcast. It kind of gained some traction. Got in a little bit of trouble with NCAA. I know a little backstory to that. Talk to us about that. What made you guys look at each other and say, hey, we should start a volleyball organization?
yeah, I mean the organization part came much later.
Yeah.
Anything else. We were like, oh, we're gonna start a business. We never like had any concept or plan to start
Experience or anything like that.
Well,
All this,
experience,
yeah.
but also any like desire to. Like it wasn't like something that we're like sought after. And at University of Hawaii, this is before NIL, before all that stuff. Gage was always still like he still was doing content before like
Yeah.
NIL and all that stuff, and building brands
was?
was a thing. Well, just around like the libero diet. Like,
Yeah.
he would create stuff.
People would take videos of me, basically what it be.
Yeah.
and he would
Yeah.
post ridiculous stuff.
That's true.
Um,
That is actually true.
So
I
all
see
the
some of your videos like that you repost. I'm like, wait.
I should maybe remake some. Sorry, continue, Joe.
and so I remember people always like you guys like we were always really entertained specifically by him, and we're always telling him like, oh, you guys should do some like type of content that would be fun. And so it was like a lot of businesses. COVID, we were sitting at home and we're like, oh, just start like a volleyball show. And we would literally every other day we would just hit up like, because at that time you could get anybody on. They were
Yeah.
just sitting in their house.
Yep.
So we're hitting up like all the volleyball people throughout the world that we knew, hitting them up to jump on, and we'd just wear like ridiculous outfits. Like he would wear like ponchos, and we had like wrestling singlets,
And we didn't know these people, so I'd be like,
and like
they get on the call,
They're
like,
like,
where am I?
we had a segment. It didn't last for long. Called Thrupples Therapy. I don't know why we called it that.
I was dying laughing. We were like, oh my god, this is the best idea ever.
Perfect. I love it.
There's a lot of like we always talk about just ideas and thought and stuff that happened early on out of system that were just really really funny.
Talking about news and political state of the world.
Yeah.
We're political, nor do we know the news. Just like, we gotta be more legit. We gotta like our serious meetings back in the day. We're like, we have to do this. If we were to
It would take us
look
like
at
12
those-
hours to edit a podcast. Like a simple
We
Yeah.
had a damn computer. Our computer wasn't strong enough. I would be like, damn, it sounded like an airplane by the end. Like,
Sometimes we'd be close to editing, forget to save, and
Go on.
crash.
Oh no, no.
And then we're like, and then all of us like in the middle of
And
summer,
not to
one of our
fight.
buddies hit us up. Dalton Solberg played it at Hawaii with him, and he was like, "You guys gotta come out to this tournament in Wisconsin. It's called the Wapaka Boat Ride. Like we never played grass really. We don't even know what this is, and it's still going on in the middle of COVID. Like, all right, well, we want to play volleyball, and so we went out. And we're like, oh, we need to buy cameras. Like, we need to be legit and make a vlog. We don't know anything about cameras, but we bought these We each bought a $2,500 camera each.
it was 1,200. I thought it was like
No, it was 25 with the with the lens. We still have them. It's still in our RV right now, actually.
Yes.
With
Good
our
investment, man.
With our lenses.
Nice.
And
I didn't even. The thing is, we started vlogging,
We're
and I'm
like,
like,
how does this
yeah. I said, okay, we're gonna shoot this video. How do I turn this on? And I
That's
didn't know
called
how to.
authenticity.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to work focus or autofocus. So it'd be me talking to a camera, just like
On your face, I was
focusing
doing
to that wall. it's all online too. It's
with the lens with the GH5, like the
Lumix GH5. It's a good camera. It's a Danish camera.
Yeah.
We bought these. Zero experience. We hit up the Beach Volley Vikings.
Yeah.
Because I was roommates with Hendrik, one of the older brothers.
Okay.
And he was my roommate, and like I knew their family well, and I just called him up like, dude, what camera should we? He's like, dude, the GH5 Lumix is probably the best, but they're like experienced.
Yeah.
And so we were shooting. I mean, we could go on for a long time about how everything started. We ended up from there bringing in Micah. All these people started like, oh, you guys could like maybe sell some shirts. You're like,
Yeah.
all right. And then we like a year later, like we're in January, and I'm like, we should go on a summer tour because I knew Micah wasn't going to do national team that summer.
And what was that, 2022?
2021.
Probably 2021.
And is that when it started taking off, like the tour?
Yeah, that's
Tour
when the
time?
tour started. The tour
You're talking
then
about the
was
tour
much-
taking off or out of system taking off?
Yeah, out of system.
Yeah, the tour. I mean, the tour helped a lot because
Yeah.
then we went all
Because we
over.
were still in COVID too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
And
People
so-
need something to watch during that time, dude.
Yeah. No, that summer
we gave him something.
that summer
Good.
was some of the fun. Like that was the most authentic summer tour and like most pure. Now everything's a lot more like it's a huge
Logistical.
project.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very structured.
Then it was literally like me, Gage, Micah, Jake, this 18-year-old. We handed a camera. Never operated a camera
He's here
before. He
today.
held our
Yeah.
GH5. He's never at
He's
that
like-
time.
Sorry.
You can imitate.
The thing about him, he's like a little frat bro, and he's like, sometimes he's very good at his job. Sometimes he tweaks though. Jake would tweak a little bit. Like, bro, like we were at Pot Sound actually, which we went to once, and I guess I don't once back though. What's the right one? So we went and I'm like, Jake, I need this to be. I have an idea for this. It needs to be cinematic. You do this and this. And he's like, bro, what? I'm not gonna swear. He was like, what the frick? I don't even know. Work this camera. What are you talking about, bro? Like, what do
Never
you
shot
do?
anything.
He's like running around like Gordon. He doesn't know. And he's like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I look at the footage, some of the best footage I've ever seen.
Really?
I swear to God,
Nice.
this guy, I was like, this guy's
You're like, we're
unbelievable.
got the job.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say, dude. He throws me a camera sometimes and is like, start doing some video, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Everything looks like shit. That's why we get these boys.
Yeah, these guys. You like I said,
Don't
you're
give me
naming
a
those
camera.
cameras. I'm like, it sounds foreign to me. They're probably over here like, oh my god.
Oh,
that's such
so
a
that-
good
that's
camera.
That's the only camera name we know.
That's the
I've been reading it for 6 years. Like,
Yeah, we see it on a GH5.
yeah, whatever.
Probably outdated.
Yeah, maybe we need a GH6. I don't even know if that exists, but
Yeah, I realize like we're more volleyball people. Like I leave the editing and the filming and all that stuff up to them, and I don't even try to get my hands involved in it. I'm like,
for the best. For the
Yeah,
best.
give it
I
up.
get it.
Yeah,
we
I
would
prefer-
literally fight.
I was known as the editing god for a
Yeah.
while.
This guy's so bad at editing.
He's like,
That's so
at the
bad.
beginning, he's like, dude, we need to have 50-50 split on
Yeah, 'cause that's all
editing
we
and
had.
shooting. And I'm like, bro, he actually like knew.
I did not know. I just taught myself just as much as he had to teach himself.
And like, I would sit there and be like, oh, I'm cooking like in German. It's terrible videos.
horrible. You're like, wait, what the hell?
The videos are
This
so
shot's
bad.
gonna be
I'm like, what am I doing? I play volleyball. And I'm like,
That's funny,
it's
dude.
like, yeah, you need to use Premiere Pro. I'm
Should be
dude,
like
I don't
5
know
minutes.
anything going on here.
Premiere
Yeah.
Pro.
Should be 5 minutes. Last it's like a 32-minute video.
Yeah, I definitely, I'm like cutting. I just jumped everything into it.
Premiere Pro. One of my favorite videos of you guys. It's you were like roasting Micah. You're like, you don't even know what our software is called. He's like,
Yeah.
adult film pro. You're like adult film,
bro.
You're like, it's Premiere
That's
Pro.
Premiere. Dude, the thing about that first tour, we just be like fighting each other basically because we're all like brothers
Yeah.
and we're all raised in similar household besides Jakey, McSpanky. So we would also rough them up a little bit as well too. We all just literally fighting each other like the
Yeah.
entire tour, like verbally and physically. But then we're just brothers and find ourselves in the wildest situations. I mean, if we were to tell full stories of that would last like 2, 3, 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like if we really got into it, you'd be like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah," and we're here today somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like tours after that are like insanity, really.
And now you guys are just full-fledged like tour, man. Like what, 20 stops this year? Like it's like this
Yeah.
is probably your biggest
Lasts
year.
around like
The
2
tour is
hours
like a
or
whole
so.
operation itself.
Yeah,
We have
I'd say
to
it's
bring
like a
in people
concert
to
tour.
do it.
Basically, it's just volleyball. You know, that's the way I look at it. You guys have the tour poster and all that stuff,
Yeah.
all the different stops. I mean, it's no different.
Have you guys
Yeah.
always done like adults and children clinics?
It's
Last
a
year,
mix
really.
up. Now we never did adults for the first few years, really. I mean, it's really rare if we did. And then we've been getting more into adults recently because a lot of people have asked about that.
Yep.
And so we pretty much like we've had all these variations of like what we do, and now we just keep it simple. We do like our clinic series.
Yeah.
And allow the clubs and organizations to kind of pick what they want to do with it. Some are like young, like boys and girls. Some age groups. Some are adults and youth.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like we're open for it, and we have like a certain like format we do with our clinics, and we kind of like will alter it depending on
The
ages,
crowd.
levels,
Like the
and
needs of
everything.
that area. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's really sick.
Yeah.
So now it's just a little bit easier instead of like every single location. It's like, oh, this is a camp where it's like, and you gotta, this is a 2-hour clinic. This is a 4-hour. It's just like, and you're constantly having to like reinvent the wheel. you
Yeah.
know? Or not reinvent the, but plan everything. So
Yeah,
it's a little
yeah.
easier for us now, and we can change, like focus on the volleyball side of it more.
Yeah.
And things. So.
Yeah, I get that. That's because we started out as just adult tournaments, you know what I mean? And then we got into like the kids scene, we do lessons, clinics, all this stuff like that. So it's like day and night differently when we have to plan stuff for the adult tournaments and all that to go and plan into the kids stuff. So I can resonate with you guys on that a lot. Let's see, guys. So when we talked about the start and all that stuff, one thing I wanted to ask about, because I know the crowd and the viewers definitely want to hear it, because when I brought up that we were bringing you guys in, the people that weren't too sure about who Out of System was, the one thing I heard was, is that the butt dig guy? I'm
Oh, yeah.
like, yes. So like what? First butt dig, like what?
Well-
just like I got an idea, Joe. Film this.
He is the
Well,
butt digger.
let me correct you guys. It's the anus digger. To be exact.
yeah.
No, but so what happened was it actually I didn't realize what it started from until I looked back at the videos. So initially, what happened was it was Lucas Mazza, the Brat family. It was
Okay.
his- So what
Yeah.
he did, the first video we ever did with it was he skybought a ball in practice, and we just happened to have one of our friends there to film it. And I was on the other side. I was like, "Woo!" indoor, and I popped with my butt. Okay, that's where it started. And then all of a sudden, and then we started doing. I don't know if you ever saw this trend. It's like he's winning the back row.
Yes,
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what started. That was Joe's idea. Content God. He did come up with a lot of our biggest content. And then that kind of took on its own thing. And then my brain started turning. And then I filmed a video called. I started like this. I was like, okay, today we do the anus digging. And then I cut immediately to me I had Cole, one of our teammates, I would just go, hey! And Cole would just be point blank straight in my butt.
Blast.
And then another one, hey! Boom, cut. Hey! Boom, cut, you know, in different locations. And then, so that eventually, I think I did 1 or 2 of those. So we end the season, we go to our friends up in a local team, one of the women's team, and then we go and I see a beach court. I was like, and before I think it just came to me, I was like, you know what? I need something so people to scroll, something like what the crap is
Yeah.
in position,
Yeah.
right? And then immediately they're like, and they're like, what? And you need it quick enough where they're like, what did I just watch? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yep.
And I knew I had a great foundation back there, and I knew I guess great posture. I guess
The arch is crazy,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, trust me, yeah. I had the mobility, I had the wagon to make it all happen. And Joe, as we call him, the anus spanker, because direct contact right here every time. Other people try and do it. They're not as good
No,
as Joe.
we've tried, dude. We've tried. We actually, we have in warm up the one time he was video. I hit a ball in warm ups and he just turned around just out of the blue and it hit his butt. And we were like, hey, that's the best
And
one
there
we've
you
ever
go.
done.
And there is not to say people who aren't successful at it aren't committed, but there's a pure commitment to
Yes.
it. You have to get down, and the guy who's hitting,
Just,
if you go light, you have to rip it up.
Yeah.
Like my back sometimes,
I could imagine, dude.
it's just like straight, or my butt, it's just straight
Yeah.
red. It's like painted red.
dude.
So that's how it kind of started, and then it blew up, got like 35, 36 million views or whatever, something like that.
Now
And
it's
like,
just what you're
it's
known
easy,
for.
yeah. And then we had to up it every time, and I don't
Yeah.
do it as much anymore. It has to be a very unique situation for me to do it.
There's like a preseason where a ton of NCAA women's teams and like a bunch of people were doing it. That was like right when he kind of started getting it going, and like a bunch of people were posting it and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people didn't even know where it came from. And this is the OG.
That's an OG
Hell
right there.
yeah.
The one and
Anus
only, man.
Tigger, right?
I love it, man. Yeah,
The
a lot of
OG
people know
anus
about
digger.
that.
OGAD.
That's good. That's good.
Well, I hate to rush things, boys, but we obviously these guys are going to come up and run a clinic for us here in about 30 minutes. We're going to do a kids and adult clinic, so we're going to have to get moving. But I definitely appreciate you guys taking some time
Thank you.
coming down here and being on the podcast with us. One thing we always end with is we kind of turn it to you guys, and you guys can give a shout out to any of your socials. Not that you need to, because everybody probably knows them. But any future things you guys have coming up, obviously you can pitch the tour and stuff like that. But we'll let you guys take it away, and we'll end off that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, everything's always Out of System Official. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Go check it out. There's gonna be a lot of really cool stuff. We were just talking about the summer tour. For us, we're on our 6th year. So this year, if you're interested, come check us out. We're all over the U.S. this year, and then we also have some really cool stuff for adults and some of setters across the U.S. with our 1% programs, OOS social clubs. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Out of System and new stuff. So be on the lookout for some other really cool concepts, and come to Nashville. You guys gotta come to
Yeah,
Nashville.
Nashville, man. That's on my list. Trust me. Maybe not
Yeah,
this
it
year,
is.
but it's definitely going to be something we're going to come down
So
and
we're
check out.
700
Crazy.
teams,
Like
yeah?
the event, the whole weekend is so fun. Everyone's
Yeah.
like down on Broadway. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah, Nashville.
so
I've been
many
down there.
people
It's
come to
fun, man. So if
Yeah.
I can go down there and then play volleyball too, I mean, that's
Yes.
best of both worlds.
So that's what that'll be for us every single year. We got 700 teams.
Cool.
Maybe we'll push 800 by the end of it by next week, and so it'll be sick. We're
Yeah.
really fired up about it, and think that that's gonna continue to grow.
yeah, we're excited for that. Like I said, we'll definitely make it down there the next year or two. But yeah, and also we're gonna have some YouTube video up posted later. We're blessed to be able to play with these guys after the clinic today, so we're gonna have a little tournament going on. So take a look at YouTube for some of that film and stuff like that. And other than that, guys, appreciate you coming in and
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
appreciate you
blessed,
guys.
man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys.
thank
Thanks
you
for
very
having us. Really means a lot. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
Dude, I appreciate you guys coming and doing this.
Thank you.